In this video, we are going to see how we can set up our own Stripe and PayPal, even if you are not living in US or some other first world country where Stripe is supported. So do not miss out on any of the steps, because if you miss, your Stripe and PayPal might get suspended at the very beginning. Follow around the entire video. I'm going to show you how we are going to do this thing in a certain way, which is tried and tested by me personally, and I have failed it in a lot of ways and in my clients. Alright, so let's get started. As you can see on your screen, we have the first tab open, which is first formations, and basically these guys provide you, they will set up the company for you, which will be the private company. And we are going to get, there are multiple packages over here, like a digital one, privacy one, professional one, and multiple others. So we are going to go here for privacy package, and if your turnover is more than 80,000 pounds, then only go for registering for a VAT number. Below that number, you are not required to do that as of now, but you have to always consult your accountant, because the policy always changes and you have to get updated to the latest one. So if you are a beginner, you do not need a VAT, you do not need to register and pay for VAT. uh, Only you are only subjected to it when you cross a certain amount of turnover, which you have to confirm with your accountant. So what we are going to do here is we'll click on order 19.99, and then it will ask us for our company name. So for example, let's say if we have entered something like uh, test main ltd, and let's see if it is registered or not. It will check with for your name, and if there is some other name company which will be there, you will not be allowed to register for the same one. So the above name is available for the company. We will click on save and continue, and similarly you have to fill in all the steps, after which, so we are already ahead, like we are already on step 3. We just have to click on pay now, and you will be directed to checkout, where you will enter all your information, and the company will be registered within like 2 to 3 days maximum. They will ask for your identity verification based on the uh, they will ask for the identity verification for this company, so that might take some time depending on which country you are in. After that, everything will be done, and you will be sent the company details, all the like formal letters like company registration, incorporation certificate, and other things on your email. So just get that done, after which you will have the company name and a company number. That would be very important. So after that, we would move to idburger.com. So what happens is Stripe basically sees that if you are using to sign up from a different country, they will try to ban you, and it's in their algorithm, and I have seen in multiple cases happening. You might get away with, but the chances are very very rare, and the Stripe algorithms are very very strict when it comes to suspension and banning. So it would be better to use a proxy. Always use a proxy, do not go other way. And the best one I can recommend to you is the iBurger. I have bought the plan, and in this we have to always select for fresh plans. They have multiple different products, like the residential proxies, fresh proxies, dedicated ones, VPN service. But in dedicated we do not get a fresh proxy, so we need a fresh proxy to work upon, because if that proxy is already used for some other work earlier, then it might get in the blacklist of the servers. When you have completed the sign up, you might get instant suspension because the proxy was present in the blacklist of the system. So always go for the fresh proxy, which will grant you a new proxy and which wasn't used earlier for any of the other business. So that is that. Now, after you have get that, so you have signed up your company in UK. That means you will get a UK address, which will be registered business address. It will be mentioned in your PDF, which you will be receiving on your email, and the address would be of UK. So you have to get the fresh IP of that particular country, which in this case is UK. All right. After you have got the proxy, then you have to apply the proxy to the entire Chrome. Set up the proxy inside of the entire Chrome profile. For that, I have to go to settings and I will search for proxies, and They will provide you with a step by step how we can do it, and I'm not going to go through that. After you have done that, only then you have to go for signing up PayPal, Stripe, and TransferWise. But do not do that otherwise. Make sure you, like, I would recommend buying this for 1 year or maybe 1 month. If you want to just check it out if it is working or not, then you can later extend the same proxy. No problems with that. Alright, now moving to Stripe and PayPal. You have to go to paypal.com/UK. Not in, if you go directly to the paypal.com, it will redirect to you to your country's native PayPal. But there are multiple things that are wrong with it. Most of you guys who are living in third world countries are using their own country's PayPal, but there are multiple things wrong with it, because you have to pay currency conversion charges every time you transact in a particular dollar amount, which will not be your currency in your particular country. So you have to always pay that currency conversion fees, and that will be like a big overhead when you try to scale up. In order to avoid 2 times the conversion fees, which will be like to US dollars to back into your own currency, your own country's currency, and then paying for the suppliers using your own currency to back to converting them to dollars, it will require 2 to 3 times of conversions. So in order to avoid that, what you can do is you make a PayPal account of this company, which will be a UK PayPal, and you will receive the dollar amount in there. The dollar amount will stay there. You will pay for the goods to suppliers from directly from that PayPal account, and after you have done that, you have the profit there. You can withdraw the profit directly to your own account. In this entire transaction, you will be only paying 1 times the currency conversion fees, which will be really good when you compare it to 3 times, because they really add up. So, and in this we are going to go for paypal.com. So we are going to, so you are not going to go for paypal.com, because paypal.com will redirect you to your own country's PayPal. So you have to go to paypal.com/UK. Make sure this is the link. I will link it in the description. Click on it and you will get it. Do not go to your, because it will redirect you to your own country's PayPal, which will not have the same steps as the account that you are going to set up. So after you have clicked on it, you have to click on business account, and you have to fill in all the information that we are going to see when we are going to set up a Stripe account. Alright guys, I would recommend you to create a new email account for the entire business, the entire company, and Stripe, PayPal, everything. After that, you have to sign up for the Stripe account, and when you sign up for a Stripe account, it will ask you for the country. Put it, put United Kingdom over there, and this will be your registered business address, which you will get in the company's incorporation letter. That address will be mentioned there. And after this, you have to set up your type of business as company, business structure as private company, not LLP, and you will click on next. Similarly, you have to fill in all the details. Consider if you are from, say, a third world country like, let's say India, then you have to put in your own information. You do not have to fake it. You do not have to put in UK, that you pretend that you are from UK. So like in this, um, in this particular business representative, it will ask you for multiple different options, and it will ask you here for your particular country address, home address. Put it India or any other place where you belong. In this, Stripe might ask you for documentation. You can provide them with identity documents and they will verify you. No problem with that. And then business owners, directors, you have to fill in all the information that you are required to, that you have started the company with. Then you have to provide with the fulfillment details, which is very easy to do. So there is not some rocket science in it. Or the bank accounts, it's a tricky one, but you can get a bank account when you go and sign up on wise.com. They are the best, in my opinion, that they are the best for having international banks, and they will link it directly to your own country's bank account, when which you will receive the payment. Or you can use payoneer.com. There are multiple ones like pingpong.com, ohx.com. There are multiple ones. So um, after this step, you will be required to provide like use your own SMS for authentication or authenticator app, which will be Google Authenticator. And after that, you will set up your account, and sometimes the account might get banned and ask for some documents to reinstate that account. In that case, you have to provide with the identity documents, which will be identity card, passport, or any other thing. So that will be it, and your account will get reinstated. Do not try to fake this information, because it's very important. Stripe will ask you for a documentation. Sometimes even they will ask for the documentation of the UK people. If you try to sign up as a UK person, they will ask you for the UK information, and you will not be able to provide that because you are living in another country. So always make sure that you provide with your own country's information. Select your country and provide it. That's it for the video. If you have any doubts, there are multiple different steps that you have to go through. So if you have any doubts, message me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to. Do not get this thing wrong in the first go, because it's very, very important. And once you get blacklisted by Stripe and your bank account gets blacklisted, there is no other way possible, and you will never be able to get your Stripe account again. So do it right on the very, very first go. That's it for the video. I will see you in the next one.